All right, hello everyone, and now welcome to game number 2, SuperBT versus Sini. SuperBT spawning as the Orc player. Well, Orc player right off over here on the other side of the map. He is down 0-1 in this series. Hopefully he'll be able to come back and force a game number 3 here as things do move along here. All right, I'm sorry for the little bit of lag that's going on. All right, there we go. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at this. This is obviously Twisted Meadows in this 1v1 matchup. We are going to be doing full cross spawns, and this is full cross spawns from the top left to bottom right positions. For those of you guys who are very familiar with WarCraft 3, it does matter how you are cross spawned here, as you either have easier access to a mercenary camp, as you can see here, or you can have easier access to a goblin merchant shop. Both of those are relatively are different and have different impacts in the game, as we are now looking at a Hunter's Hall opening coming in from the Night Elf. All right, Hunter's Hall opening, and that may actually catch his opponent completely off guard. Now, the Demon Hunter is going to be rushing out across the field. The Blade Master is going to be spotted. And now, the Demon Hunter perhaps knows that the Blade Master is coming across over there, decides to back away, and the Blade Master has to be doing a little bit of a head scratch moment right now. He knows normally that his opponent should be trying to clear out creep caps with an Ancient of War and some archers. So why was that Demon Hunter in the middle of the map? He can see that the Demon Hunter is still in the middle of the map right here, and he is hoping that something does not go awry all too much. You can also take a look back over here. Voodoo Lounge has been started here as the Demon Hunter is in the center. We are at Tree of Ages or teching there already. There is the Hunter's Hall with Huntresses now being trained, as the Demon Hunter is still wandering around a little bit aimlessly, but that Blade Master has to be extremely careful, very low on hit points, and 1 mana burn later, and that Blade Master really has nowhere it can go and nowhere to hide. All right, there is that shot there. Are we going to see a mana burn? No mana burn. Why not a mana burn? That was a big head-scratching moment for me. By not mana burning your opponent, you end up taking a little bit more damage, and well, yeah, you should have mana burned. No reason other than you were asleep at the wheel, and that is once again going to be an issue. All right, Demon Hunter now looking to pick up Boots of Speed. Most likely, he's just been wandering around. No real reason to even build your Altar of Kings first if you believe that. Well, if you believe that you're not going to be using that Demon Hunter early on. You see no experience on the board, but he does have Boots of Speed, and he does get a mana burn there off finally. All right, there's a mana burn. Demon Hunter versus Blade Master. Blade Master also having those Boots of Speed. Everyone running slightly faster. As we can take a look back across over here. All right, Healing Salve going to be used it, and there you go. There is that Healing Salve right there. Blade Master may try and turn around. Or Blade Master should not try and engage here. There is the disruption on the heal once more. And yeah, that Blade Master will be forced to try and heal once again, using up another very, very important charge on those healing salves. That you are going to be unlimited supply in just a moment. All right, Huntresses now looking to pressure in off over here. What is going on here? The Huntresses really cannot push in, as the Orc Burrows do deal a significant amount of piercing damage across. We are nearly at Tree of Ages, so we could perhaps pick up a Naga Sea Witch as the hero and get in a little bit more range there. All right, Huntress trying to back away and does almost get surrounded, but able to back away once again. Now trying to pull back once more. All right, let's take a look. Demon Hunter gonna be trying and engaging off over here. Gonna be doing a little bit of piercing or bounce glaive damage right there. You can see that damage adding up very quickly. 1 unit already down. Gonna be going after the Null Warden on the other side, as there is a Huntress keeping track of where this Blade Master is. All right. Very, very delayed. This Demon Hunter not yet even at level 2 at this point. 5 minutes and 30 seconds in. So I am curious as to what his long-term strategy is and what he really hopes to do here. Let's take a look. Ancient of War, Ancient of Wonders, Dual Ancients of Lore now being added. So we could be transitioning either into Bears or Dryads. Tree of Ages would indicate that it is going to be Dryads over Bears, but you are going to still have the same problem of piercing damage, dealing too much to the remaining army. All right, let's take a look back over here. Blade Master is at level 2. Double Circlets of Nobility. Very, very helpful there. Meanwhile, Huntress still keeping track and keeping tabs on the Orc army off to the north here, as we now look at a Keeper of the Grove being added here. All right, Demon Hunter now sitting at level 2, does have a little bit of evasion. Entangle with Dryads and Huntresses may actually be the downfall here, as the Grunts are not going to be able to easily get away. Let's take a look back across over there. There's a Mana Burn onto the Shadow Hunter. Damage being added. All right, let's come across. There is an Entangle onto the Forest Troll Berserker, the one unit that could actually deal damage, significant damage to the Huntresses. Meanwhile, Hex going down on a Huntress. Keeper of the Grove going to get another Entangle down. And wow, a quick surprise coming back around the other way. It looks like this Grunt will get taken down, and the Keeper of the Grove could come back in for a third Boulder toss. Completely changing things up a little bit more, as we now see another Grunt getting taken out. Keeper of the Grove, Staff of Preservation, saves one unit. So far has traded 3 units for 1, as the Keeper of the Grove can easily ensnare another Raider right there. That Raider is going to be choked up for quite some time. Very important, as the Bestiary no longer researching ensnare. Most likely the Raider would have been able to ensnare down some units and cause a little bit of problems. Now, Keeper of the Grove at this stage has no mana. It has already done or hit 4 units already, so that is already a big deal. Clarity Potion now being used there by the Keeper of the Grove. Staff of Preservation teleporting some lower hit point units back home again. And we'll see how all of this unfolds in just a moment. No Moonstone, though, as Moonstone is relatively important at keeping those Moonwells relatively full. All right, Ancient of War off over here. It looks like we are going to be going into level 3 first, or perhaps even level 2 on the Keeper of the Grove, level 3 on the Demon Hunter. Ancient of War tanking a good bit of damage off over here. Boulder to the Keeper of the Grove, so he is once again no longer regenerating mana. And it looks like the Keeper of the Grove doesn't really care about getting experience, so we are not going to be looking at, more importantly, Thorn's No, instead, that Keeper of the Grove is going to have a Potion of Health, does have a little bit more mana, and we also see a Wand of Mana Stealing on the Demon Hunter, which will most likely be transferred off over. All right, Keeper of the Grove. Are we going to see an engagement there? There is an Entangle right there. Keeper of the Grove does have that Potion of Healing. It is going to get ensnared down rather quickly. There is a Potion of Healing already being used. There is the Disenchant. There is a second Ensnare trying to get away, but 2 ensnares down, and that is already a big deal. Healing Wave trying to come through. Keeper of the Grove is now down, but the damage is already done. 2 units quickly lost their Mana Burn onto the Shadow Hunter. Shadow Hunter in serious trouble, as the Dryads are going to be able to finish off perhaps a few more units. There goes the Shadow Hunter there, and now all we can need to do is focus on a Spirit Walker, and all the units are pretty much gone from that Orc army. They're coming in a single file line, only to walk to their death. And that, I believe, is going to be the game. Signs are all pointing to the Orc not going to be able to recover from this at all. Yes, Dryads are being lost, but it does matter how many units you lose overall. Blade Master may be able to continue to finish off units, and I guess this is a completely different strategy than what you've seen in previous games, where you try and completely shut down the Blade Master. In this game, it looked as though it was the complete opposite. Instead of trying to shut down the Blade Master, just completely ignore the Blade Master and go after everything else. By going after everything else, things get really dangerous. You can see the Huntress now coming across over here. The Spirit Walkers with Spirit Link. Dryads, where are they? They should have been prancing all over already. A little bit of damage there. And what is going to be happening? Blade Master in a very uncomfortable situation. That gets taken down. Slow was cast. Mud Golem right there, as the Blade Master will get taken out. There you go. Level 2 now on the Keeper of the Grove. And what is going to be happening? There goes another Entangle as the Raider will get taken down. All right, unit after unit has fallen. Keeper of the Grove at level 3. Demon Hunter at level 4, almost level 5. Wand of Mana Stealing given to the Keeper of the Grove, and Mantle of Intelligence as well. You're most likely going to be spotting an ensnare go down onto that Raider, and push comes to shove. Things are just going to get worse and worse for the remaining units there. All right, Keeper of the Grove is back out, or excuse me, Shadow Hunter is back out. Keeper of the Grove now just hiding in the backfield there. Thorns are not really doing very much of anything. Voodoo Lounge going to get taken out, and I think the Orc player is just going to think about how he lost this particular game. And this was not your typical Night Elf Druid of the Talon strategy, so hats off to this particular to the Night Elf here for using Dryads and Keeper of the Grove very, very effectively and really catching his opponent off guard. Keeper of the Grove going to be able to finish off another Raider right there. Keeper of the Grove, just the bane of the Orc army. Anytime you have units that are just rather high in supply, 3 or greater, Entangle does do that. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed game number 2.